Alright guys, welcome to the channel. I appreciate you guys being here. This is part 2 and I am customizing the gun here, taking off the stippling on both sides with my Dremel tool. I'm going to be doing this to both sides, and because I have a plan in mind that I want to do and that stippling is in the way. So after I take that off, I'm going to sand by hand both sides smooth, and then we will go from there and I will start the painting process. So again guys, thank you for being here. I hope you get something out of this, and I will speed up the process from here on to the painting process. I will add that I'll be using 2 different grits of sandpaper. I'll be using a 220 grit and I'll be using a 100 grit, a little rougher, to sand down those edges. And then I will take my Dremel tool with some polishing pads that I have that are super fine grit, like I think 500 grit if I remember right, and I'll be fine tuning it with that. So you'll see all that here in the process. Alright guys, let's get into it. Here we have semi-gloss Rust-Oleum primer plus paint, color white. We are putting this down as the base color. That way the other colors that we will be putting over top will stand out even brighter. Here we have the same semi-gloss white for the upper slide. Like I said, the whole gun gets painted in white first. That's the very first step. Now we're going to gloss orange. This will be the color for the bottom portion of the gun. I think it's a burnt orange. The upper slide is going apple red. I love this color. Now I'm painting the tracer white. It's a Biofrost from Ace Tech. I'm excited to try this one out. This tracer is going to be sweet. The tips will remain black. I have the tips painted off so that it's just the white in the middle. And here is the flashlight and laser combo. I'm painting it white also. Now the tracer and flashlight, they're going to stay white. And obviously this whole thing is going to be weathered after I'm done with the colors. All right, so now that we have all of our paint on, we are going over the whole entire gun with clear, just some polyurethane that will protect us when we go to weather the whole thing. If you guys followed in my videos before, when I did my M4, we coat the whole thing in polyurethane, and then we will be spraying the black over top of the whole gun. Doing the tracer here with some clear. And the flashlight and laser combo with some clear. Here's my favorite part of the build, spraying on this black, and I'm trying something different this time. I'm using a chalk paint, and my thoughts that the chalk paint will sand off easier than using regular paint. That way I won't get into the coats underneath as easy when I go to sand all the black off. And the black will stay in the low areas. That's the whole object of the weathering technique that I'm using here. Again, I'm using this chalk spray paint, to try to see if it does any better. or does a better job, I should say. And here's the tracer, painting black over top of it, just a light mist. And that clear that's on top of it will protect the paint underneath when I go to sand it off. Alright, so here I'm using 220 grit sandpaper. I started out using 320, but the more I got sanding, I'm like, you know what, the 220 works the best. And then I fine detailed it after sanding it down with that maroon pad, which is super fine. It's like 1,000 grit. And as you can see, the black is staying in the low areas. Here I'm doing the flashlight and laser combo. Tracer unit is next. Then I'm using this blue painter's tape to tape off the handle of the gun because I want to paint the rough area there, whatever you call it. I want to paint it like a gloss black so it'll stand out. Here I'm taking the tape off after I painted it. And there it is, all finished up. I got some fine detailing still to do. You'll see in part 3, you'll see the next steps I'm going to take on this thing. And here's the parts all laid together, mocked up. You can see where it's starting to head. Hope to see you guys for part 3.